Hello guys, welcome to another trading strategy. So in today's strategy we are going to be discussing about this boom and crash scalping strategy. Okay, so this scalping strategies can be used to catch at least 50 candle, depends on how you control your emotions. Okay, trading the boom and crash comes in with emotion, and if you can control your emotion, then you are going to be able to catch at least 50 other candles with this strategy. Okay, you just have to follow the step of this strategy, then you are going to be making your money, as simple as that. So if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on post notification, and I post new strategy, you guys will be aware. Okay, so with that being said, let me show you guys the settings of the strategy. That's the first thing we are going to be discussing on this video, and then we're also going to be discussing about how you can use this strategy. Okay, so without wasting our time, let's go straight to the settings of the strategy. Now, first thing you have to do is just to go to this icon you are seeing at the top, which is the icon you are going to the icon that is going to direct you to your indicator. So the first indicator we are going to be need is the Ichimoku. Okay, so how do we add the Ichimoku up? We click on this F plus. So when we click on it, we scroll down, search for Ichimoku and click on it. Now, for the properties of the Ichimoku, the technician is 10, the technician is 26, the span B is 52. Now, don't fill in the parameters. Okay, so the style using color of your choice, then click on save. Once you do that, and you are going to have your Ichimoku in your chart. Now moving on to the next indicator, which is the moving average. Okay, so how do we add this moving average up? We click on the F icon again. When we click on it, we scroll down, search for moving average and click on it. Now for the period is 190, shift is 2, method is exponential, apply to close. Now for the style, using the color of your choice. As for me, I'm using the black color. Okay, so click on save. Once you do that, and you are going to have a moving average in your chart. Now moving on to the next indicator, which is the stochastic oscillator. So at the way this up, we click on this F icon again. So when we click on it, we scroll down, search for stochastic oscillator and click on it. Now for the proper parameters, now the K period is 1, the D period is 2, the slowing is 1, the price rate is close, method is exponential. Now for the levels, we need the 15 and the 85 levels. Okay, so which is going to be the level we need, and for the style, using color of your choice for the levels of the stochastic oscillator, and then for the main and the signal, using the color of your choice as well. Just make sure you set it as the lowest. Don't increase it. Make sure you set it as the lowest color shape. Okay, so click on save. Once you do that, and you're going to access the stochastic oscillator in your chart. Now for the last indicator, click on the once you add the stochastic oscillator up, it's going to be on your indicator window 1. So the next indicator we are going to be adding is the oscillator. So we click on the F icon. So we search for our scroll down and search for our oscillator, which you can see right here. Click on it and then just set it as default. Then click on save. Once you do that, and this how your chart is going to look like. Okay, so how do you now take trade with this strategy? I mean, how do you now scalp this strategy and use it to make money? Okay, so the scalp this strategy is very simple and very straightforward. Now the scalp this strategy, all you have to do is, firstly, we want to see the oscillator come to the 15 levels of the stochastic oscillator, which is the right here. So you want to see the oscillator come to the 15 levels, which you can clearly see right here. So after it touch the 15 levels, then we should be expecting it to change in color, which it has to change from this red to green. Okay, so once it change from red to green, that signify that the price wants to go for a buy. Okay, so once that happens, then we look into our main chart. Now pay close attention to do what the main chart is going to give you, because that's going to give you a clean setup. Okay, so now whenever you want to take trade, you always want to see the moving average below the price. Okay, it has to be move below the price. It has to move below the price, which you can see right here. It has to move below the price. Okay, so that is where we want to be looking for a buy. When the moving average does this, which is currently going above the price, we don't want to take any trades. Even if the price gives us a setup, which you can see right here, we don't take any trades. We only want to see the moving average below the price, not above the price. It has to be below the price. So that is the thing we want to see with the moving average. So on this trade right here, we can clearly see that the moving average is below the price. That is another confirmation for our entries. Okay, so the oscillator touched 15 levels, which is the first confirmation we need to see when we want to take any trade. We then wait for the price to cross above the Ichimoku. Okay, it has to cross above the Ichimoku. After the price cross above the Ichimoku, then we enter for our buy. Okay, and when we enter for our buy, then we hold the we see something we call the oscillator come and touch the 5 levels. Okay, that is where we want to take our profit, which the oscillator, which you can clearly see right here, touch the 5 levels. And the second thing we want to see is that even if it touch the 5 levels, we also want to see it change from this green to red, showing you a sign that the price wants to go for a sell. So that is when we want to close our trades. So this is another opportunity right here. This is another trade which we can clearly see that we have our first confirmation, which we want to see the oscillator come to the 15 levels. Once we get to the 15 levels, then the next thing we have to do is we want to check if the moving average is below or above the price, which can clearly see right here that is below the price. Only this small spike right here was able to move below the moving average, but on the overall direction the moving average is below the price. So we want to see that, and the next thing we have to do is just to wait for the price to now. So I see now this similar sample right here. Once you see a spike, now moving below the moving average, then the next thing we have to wait for is when we want to enter for our trade, we want to wait for the price to cross above the moving average, which you can clearly see right here. It has to cross above the moving average, also cross above the Ichimoku, then we enter for our buy once we see that. Okay, so as simple as it is, guys. So let me show you guys another trade here on boom indices. Let me show you guys a trade on boom indices. Now on boom indices, we are looking for the same example. We are looking for the same example. Now what we are looking for is we want to see the price down above the want to see the moving average above the price. Want to see the moving average above the price. That is what we want to see. We don't want to see the moving average below the price. We want to see it above the price. So once we see that, then the next thing we have to do is sorry guys. So the next thing we have to do is we want to now look for our entries. Okay, we want to now look for our entries. Now where is our entries? We want to first see the awesome come to the its 5 levels of the stochastic oscillator. When you get to the 85 levels, then the next thing you want to see is you want to see it changing color, which has changed from green to red. Once it changes from green to red, then the next thing we want to do is to look into our main chart. Now we look into our main chart, we will see the price cross below the moving average and also cross below this of Ichimoku. So once price does that, then the next thing we want to do is we enter for ourselves and we hold our trade till we see it change from this red to green, showing you a sign that they want to go for a sell. And second thing is that they want to see it touch the 15 levels. So as simple as that, guys. That's confirmation we need to see whenever you want to take a trade with this strategy. So I hope you guys find this video helpful. If you find the video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, turn on post notification, and type posting strategy. You guys will be aware. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.